So at times, we tend to look at the past because of the trauma and certain things we've been through. And a lot of people just can't seem to get over the pains and the hurts of their past, the trauma, the relationships they've been through, the traumatic events. I want to let you know that the people that hurt you did it intentionally. There's a lot of people of your past that they hurt you intentionally. The same painful relationships that you experienced, the same traumas that you've been through, a lot of people did what they did to you on purpose. And I'm going to tell you why. You have a light about you, right? You have value. You have certain things about you that people wanted to destroy because they knew if they destroyed you in that area, or if they just outright destroy you, if they broke you down, if they were able to break your spirit, you wouldn't have the will and the confidence that it takes to move on into your life and to do better and to get more, a better relationship, or to produce a better life for yourself. A lot of people hurt you on purpose. They hurt you because they were jealous. They hurt you because they saw you as a threat. They saw you as competition. And they figured, if I sabotage this person, if I make them feel like they ain't nothing, if I spread lies about them, then that'll derail them, that'll stop them, that'll discourage them from moving on and being successful or doing better for themselves. So it was a predatory mindset they had towards you, right? To where they knew you had potential to do great things with your life. They saw certain things in you that you didn't even see in yourself. So that they just saw certain things and they saw to hurt you. And a lot of people hurt you in ways that you might not understand. Some people hurt you with silence. I was looking at this this beauty pageant where I forgot, I don't think it was Miss America, but it was somewhere, right? And the winner was this black girl, this black woman. She won, right? She beat out all the competition. She got their crown on her and everything. But you see in the corner, there's a bunch of women jumping around. I don't know. I think it was a non-black woman, but it doesn't matter. But they were jumping around, cheering on the second place winner, or really the second place loser, because if you finish second, you're just the first to lose. So they was cheering this girl on, and it was confusing because it's like, whoa, everybody's surrounding and cheering on the second place contender, the person that placed second, but the woman that actually won the whole pageant, she's by herself in the corner. Nobody's celebrating her. You know, nobody like to celebrate no black woman, but nobody's celebrating her, but she's being crowned. She's smiling. She's not letting it get to her, but the whole stage is going crazy, surrounded and jump around and cheering on the second place winner. But she won first and nobody's saying anything to her, but the judges and the scorecard. So a lot of people try to hurt you with silence. They will try to remove their support from you. Some people see you doing certain things in the world. They see you trying to start a business. They see you going to school. They see you trying to get on a diet and change your body. But they intentionally remove the support. Why? Because they know that's exactly what you're looking for. They know that's exactly what you're looking for. They know you're looking for some support. They know you want some emotional support or social support as a normal person would when they're trying to do something to improve their life, right? And they intentionally withhold that support and ignore you in hopes that that'll discourage you, because they know that you would need that. You need that. Most people need support. So that's the way that they hurt you, so that you'll be isolated and feel like, you'll start to question yourself, start to question your value, or start to question your ability to do what you're doing because they're not supporting you. They see everything that you're doing, just like the beauty pageant. They saw her, they knew she was the first place winner. She won the whole pageant. She the baddest thing on stage, but they intentionally removed support from her in order to hurt her, because they know the person that placed first and won, they would want to be celebrated, right? They want to be loved and admired, and they would want to applause, but nobody gave her anything, but she won first. And they gave all that to somebody else that they didn't even win. And that's what people do with you sometimes. You might be great at what you do. You might be a great person in general. You might be talented. You might improve your life in ways that's just unimaginable. That's almost impossible to the average person. But the people around you don't want to give you that support because they don't want you to be encouraged. They don't want to encourage you to start thinking that you could do better than them. Like I said, a lot of people oftentimes operate off of competition. So they don't want to give you support because they're afraid if they was to give you that social support, you'll start to elevate past them and leave them behind. But it's all projection, because they say that because if it was them that elevated, if it was them that became successful, they would leave you behind. It's projection. So a lot of people, they see you as a threat. They see you as competition. That's why they isolate you, or that's why they might try to embarrass you or publicly humiliate you or lie on your name. Is designed to destroy your reputation so that you don't have the social resources that you need to become successful, because they feel like they destroyed your name. But when you show the world who you are, when you show people, when you keep going and doing what you're doing, and you show the world that you are what you say you are, and when people realize that so many things of what they said about you was a lie, the same people that tried to destroy you, their life is ruined. Now everybody else sees them as the liar. Now they're looking at them like, damn, why was you lying on such and such and so and so? Now people are not dealing with them anymore, and now you're admired. So stay grounded in your truth, stay grounded in your passion, and stay rooted on your path. Keep doing what you're doing, because like I said, the people of your past hurt you intentionally, lied on your name intentionally, try to ruin your reputation intentionally, right? They try to make you, they try to paint a certain picture of you so that a lot of people won't deal with you, right? Or hurt you in that relationship so that you won't be able to do better, because you walking around maybe feeling insecure about yourself because of what that partner said about you or did to you. A lot of the pain you've been going through is intentional. And I had to realize this in my own life too. Some family will hurt you intentionally because again, it's not that these people don't see your value. They see your value, and that's exactly why they hurt you. That's exactly why they try to bring you down, because they're afraid that if you operate, if you use that potential that you have, that gift that you have, that talent, or that mind, you might be a very intelligent person. They're afraid that if you're a whole person, if you're healthy internally, emotionally, and you go out in the world and do what you do, they're afraid that you're going to be successful and that you're going to surpass them. So they got to make sure they do something to ruin you. They got to make sure they do something to hurt you. They got to make sure they do something to damage you, so that you'll be walking around angry and bitter and mad at the world because this person did this and your ex did that to you, or your family member did this, your mother, your father, whatever. What somebody said about you. They want you to walk around angry and bitter, because when you're operating in that space of anger and bitterness, that blocks you. You can't flow. You can't operate as the best version of yourself because you're traumatized. You're angry, you're bitter, your attitude isn't right, your mind isn't right. So you're not walking into rooms as yourself. You're walking into rooms as the pain that they put on you, as they cause you. And now you're projecting that on other people. So now you might be missing out on opportunities. Some people might be turned off by that attitude that you have, because you're traumatized, because you're bitter, because you're angry, because of what somebody did to you intentionally. And that's exactly the effect they want. They want to hurt you so that you'll ruin your own life, so that you'll self-sabotage, because you'll be so angry and bitter and messed up. Your attitude wouldn't be right. Your heart wouldn't be right. They hurt you on purpose. They hurt you on purpose to ruin you as a person, so that you'll be non-effective in your life while you're trying to be successful in business, financial, and just trying to create, you're moving to a new city or state, you're moving on in life, and you're trying to create relationships, and you're trying to figure out what's going on, why I feel like people may be repelling you, or it may be a difficult time for you to get in relationships. That's because your attitude isn't right. Your heart isn't healed. You're not whole as a person because of the things people did to you intentionally. They did it to you on purpose. But once you recognize this, once you look back on the pains, don't second guess it. You gotta know these people did it on purpose. You gotta go on your journey to love yourself, because it doesn't matter how people treated you in the past or whatever. You got to remember who you are. You got to sometimes go in isolation, heal, meditate, tap in with nature, write journal, write it down. If you're an artist, go in a booth, sing about it, talk about it, right? Work out, go to the gym. You got to release all that negative energy from yourself, because if you keep that bottled up, if you keep operating off of that pain and thinking about what this person did, what that person said to me, and this thing that happened to me, and remember this thing happened, when you keep walking around in that bitterness, you're not going to be able to make progress in your life. You're not going to be able to attract good things to you, good people to you, most importantly, right? They ruined you. They try to ruin you on purpose. They hurt you on purpose. They try to traumatize you intentionally, so you won't be successful in your life. But once you notice, you could correct it, you could heal from it, you could kind of, restart. You could have a new beginning, kind of cleanse that from your mind, from your conscious, from your emotional state of being, from your spirit, so that you can become who you need to be, who you really are, you could operate as the person God made you to be, if it wasn't for these people trying to hurt you and do these things to you, so that you can be successful, so that you could be the best version of yourself. It hurts you on purpose. I'm telling you, don't, whatever you think, however all these experiences that you're thinking about as I'm saying this, they did it intentionally. A lot of people hurt you on purpose. But if you're strong, you could overcome it and become the best version of yourself again, become even stronger, so that you can make a better way for yourself. So that's it for the video. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment. Has this happened to you? Do you remember certain situations that you could look back on and say, damn, that was real messed up? And as you kind of think about it, good and well, somebody can't do that level of demonic, whatever they did to you. They can't treat you so horribly without doing it on purpose. They couldn't have did it accidentally. They did it on purpose. So drop a comment and let me know about your experience. I'm out. Love y'all, man. Peace.